It's time now to review the headlines of today's newspapers.
All right, Kachi, and we'll start with This Day, the newspaper of record. This day on Saturday, let's take it from top to bottom. The window story here says, This Day survey reveals sustained drop in food prices. Traders attribute trend to cessation of hoarding, artificial price hike. Governor Abiodun hails Tinubu. That story is on page 5. I think that's a good one, isn't it?
Yes,
everybody's
it is.
been talking about, in 2023, these were the prices. In 2024, but now things appear to be going down. Prices of rice, of yam, of, different things. Even prices of fuel, going down. Of course, there are those who argue that, at what price did you meet it?
Exactly.
In 2023.
To applaud it.
But it looks like, the reforms may not be... maybe killing, at the end of the day. Maybe it's a phase, maybe it's transition, and it looks like things will
100%. I think, in matters like this, I would, same thing that I said to, Honorable Babajide, if I'm not mistaken. Babajide Benson. It's important to understand there would always be growing pains, but then let's wait it out and see. Time will tell. Yeah. It's a little too soon to celebrate. It's too soon to begin to rejoice because, let's just wait it out and see.
All right, a few other stories. Tinubu to Catholic bishops. Reforms necessary to build resilient economy. Guarantee Nigeria's future. And that's also on page 5. That's the president speaking to Catholic bishops about the need to do what he's doing. And then on the strip, Appeal Court holds Sanusi's reinstatement as Emir of Kano. Page 6 of today's This Day. How many emirs do we have in Kano? Is it still 2? And a lot of people will want to read some political meanings into this, given the fact that El Rufai and Emir Sanusi are 5 and 6. But we'll see how it goes. Supreme Court is still there. We will know the fate of who is the owner of the throne in Kano at some point. Then federal government refutes U.S. Congress's claim, insists Christians not targets of killings. Describes narrative as handiwork of fifth columnist. Muslims' deaths outnumber that of Christians. Ex-minister Dambazao declares, I'm not so sure how smart that is to say that, more Muslims are dying than Christians. I'm not so sure that that's how, that's how to put it. And then says poverty, not religion, fueling killings. That's an interesting, very important story on page 5 of today's This Day. And to the big story itself, the lead story, Rivers Assembly adjourns indefinitely. Fubara writes fresh letter for budget presentation. Pandev threatens to disband peace committee if Wike keeps rebuffing truce. Ijaw groups, Bode George flee, FCT minister asked president to call him to order. Still rivers of trouble. Supreme Court's judgment, of course, has been given. But then it looks like the 27 members of the House of Assembly are still in war mood. However, they have gone on a break now indefinitely at the time that they were the ones themselves asking the governor, to present the 2025 budget. I hope that Rivers State will stop swimming in troubled waters. This is the fate. And last but not the least, AMCON recovers 2.1 trillion from debtors amid challenges. That story is on page 8 of today's This Day. What paper have you got there,
Well,
Kachi?
I've got the Saturday Tribune, and I'm just going to take a couple, which I found a very interesting one here. But let's begin with the major story. The federal government tells U.S. Congress Christians are safe in Nigeria. Deplores threat of sanction over alleged killings of Christians. I found this story quite interesting. Allegations of fraud, unfounded and false. That's what First Bank is saying in response to the story that made the headlines. Was on Arise News, was on This Day, what's trending. And First Bank has come out to dispute those claims, and they put out an explanation to that.
The case is in court. We'll see how it goes. But just one last before we run. I believe we have 10 seconds.
Yeah,
no, we don't have it. Okay, we can't go into punch. I thought we were going to be able to look at what Buhari's ex-ministers leading APC defection. But we have to run. And that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching, and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayoride.
And remember, excellence transcends. A word from Zuriel Oduwole, who was a guest on the show this morning. I'm Kachi Ofian from our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria. Enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day.